Hi everyone, welcome to Gratitude Home. This is a channel where we appreciate what we have learned in the homes and sharing with you, at the same time appreciating those who taught us. So today I have one of my all-time favorites, which is the pesto sauce, and I'm making it with basil. If you have never seen basil, this is how the leaf looks like. I'm using 4 bunches which I've already cleaned, and I'm also using garlic. Let me tilt the camera so that you can see. So this is what I have. I've got my basil, which is already clean. You just pluck out the leaves. These are soft, so they will be blended quite easily. Then I have got garlic, 2 bulbs, and then I have got 1 cup. I've used 1 cup of cashew nuts, and I've roasted them. As you can see, they've got a light brown, just mildly roasted. So what we are going to do, and then we also need olive oil, and then salt. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is to crush this. We're going to crush this and use, those compartments that come with the blender that are used as a meal. So that's what I'm going to use too. And then we just close. It's a middle part of the blender, and then just blend it. There you are. So this is what you're looking for. Don't mind that it's sticking together. This is because of the oil that is found in the cashew nut. So this is good. Okay, and of course I don't want to waste, so I'm going to scrape off that. So I put in the leaves in the blender, and I'm using a very nice blender. I was gifted by my friend, and I would like to thank you so much, Margaret, Claire, Mrs. Blackman, for gifting me with this blender. It has helped me many years, and I'm truly grateful. So it's a ninja, not Niger, ninja. It's a ninja, and it makes work so easy because it's got 3 blades. Just what you see. So I like it because when I put, like now I put without oil, but I'm gonna do that in a few. The minute I put the garlic, and then I'll start putting in some oil. Right? So just open this and put that in. Easy. You have always to make sure that your basil is also dry. Don't blend it when it is with water. So you either air dry, meaning you wash, then you let it drip off, or you put on a clean tea towel, kitchen cloth, and then it will dry off, or you use a salad spinner, which is fine. So personally I had done air drying, but you can use also a salad spinner. And then now I've put in the garlic. There you go. And then I'm going to add in oil, a little at a time. I think at this point I can also put in some salt, so that I'll put in some teaspoon. This of course adds flavor, and then you want it to be enough that it can add flavor to whatever you're cooking, and also for preservation. Okay, so I'll chop this first. My oil. Now I'm okay, so I had measured in 1 cup, and I think it's enough to blend this, but we may add some more once I put in the cashew nut. So what I'm going to do is like scrape down the side. So scrape down this, it's all together, all together. Remember, the garlic makes the paste quite thick. So I'm gonna check what is the consistency, and then I can add oil accordingly. So if you notice the top part is still chunky and it's not, you can use the pulse, the one that goes in bits, so that it can. Start seeing the mixture is moving around there, it's ready for the other bits, which I like very much, because right now the consistency is quite thick like that. Okay, so when you add, you imagine when you add now this, it's going to become even. So I need a spoon to get it off. So the reason why we roasted the nuts a little bit is so that the oils get exposed and they mix in to give flavor. So if you don't have olive oil, you can always use a sunflower oil. The most important thing is to use an oil that does not have a very strong taste or smell, so that does not overshadow. I'm adding a bit of olive oil, just a little bit, like a quarter cup, just to check on the consistency, and then we are going to taste it, and that's it. It's the end of the production. Thank you very much. So this is our end product. This is very good for your pastas, for your beans, for your sandwiches, for your potatoes, for your meat stews, for your marinades, for your fish, for your pork, for your goat meat. Okay, it doesn't go very well with goat meat, but it's a fantastic and very malleable herb. And when you have this paste, it can freeze up to 1 month. Okay, I don't advocate really more than that, but you can actually freeze it even for longer. But I prefer to use it in like 2 weeks, and then I make another batch. So usually just that 4 batches will last me like 2 weeks, and then I make another batch for another. So I'm looking forward and very excited to sharing with you more recipes to do with basil. Okay, and then finally, storage. So you just put in any of this, you can repurpose the basil jars, and you just cover it and put it in the fridge. If you're freezing, I prefer use the plastic one or plastic bag. Ziploc is not very good, but you can freeze it well comfortably, but in the fridge it will stay up for slightly more than a week comfortably. All right, so the next thing is to just store it, and then you're good to go. So here we go. I have my mason jar. I want to put this, and then you get this one out. Look at that, how thick and nice it is. If you want it lighter, you can always put some more olive oil, and it will just be fine. Yeah, so you have to be careful with these blades. There's so much goodness in this. Sometimes what I do is I just like give it a rinse, and then I use that water even for rice. But for now, this is good and ready to go. Then I need to taste the salt. So it's very important. Of course, my salt tasting measure is actually when you use it on food, but I'll taste it. Wow. That garlic has gone to the right So this is so good on pasta right now. I'm going to do the next video with the pasta because it's so good. It's so good. So very nice. Oh, very nice, guys. And if you don't have cashew nuts, you can use peanuts. You can use sim. Okay, sim a bit hard to get it right, but they're strong in flavor when you roast them. But you can use peanuts, macadamia nuts, cashew nuts, pine nuts. Pine nuts is the original, you know how the Italians use it, but since here it's very expensive, just work with what you have. And cashew nuts are fantastic. Macadamia nuts we have, and they are fantastic. So work with that. Work with what you have. Wow, I thought that jar was big, but okay. Now for the final part up here, I always add a little bit of oil, which it just because this is a natural product, we're not using any preservatives apart from salt, so the oil prevents in what you call oxidation. So you find, you see the amount of oil I put there, just a little bit of the olive oil, and then push down the to go down so that it's below the level of the oil. Yep, that's good, and that's it. And then you close, because now when you don't put that, the basil on top gets oxidized and turns brown. So when you see that, it is not spoiled, for heaven's sake, it just is oxidized. But to prevent that color and to have the comfort of knowing it's still a fresh ingredient, just put oil. The oil will prevent any any oxygen passing through or coming out. So it's going to stay really good. Thank you so much. I would like to take this time to appreciate Damaris and Roberto in Bergamo in Italy for teaching me how to make this, and many more recipes to come. So thank you so much. God bless you. Take care, and see you in the next video. Changing homes, one video at a time.